My music in the 80s, it's all genres of music. There's country in there, there's, country soul, there's Cajun, there's a bit of all kinds of music all wrapped into one. Rock and roll for me is an umbrella with all kinds of music underneath that umbrella. So, I just don't know how I kind of became successful in the 80s, but
you were massively successful.
That's right. The
30 top 10.
That's right.
30 top 30 hits in a decade.
Yeah.
And that's a record that hasn't been beaten.
That's right. It's great, isn't it? I mean, but when you look at the Duran Durans, the Culture Clubs, the Kraftwerks, I didn't really fit in, really. But there must have been somebody out there that really, really liked it. So I'm very, very pleased.
And you had a big hit with Merry Christmas, Everyone, which we're all about to start hearing again because we're running up to Christmas.
That's right. It's getting about that time, isn't it? And it gets played every year, and it's a classic, and it's played alongside John Lennon, etc., Slade, and yeah, it's once a year, and it gets played every year, and why not?
So when you go out shopping and you hear it, does it drive you mad?
Not really. I mean, I can understand people saying, not just mine, but the same Christmas songs every year. We don't have enough Christmas songs being recorded. And if they did that, recorded more stuff, we'd hear a bit more. But it's a classic, White Christmas, Bing Crosby, it's part of Christmas now, isn't it? And I'm very, very pleased that Merry Christmas, Everyone is part of that particular time of year.
What do you make of the whole 80s revival? Because the clothes are coming back in, lots of 80s pop stars going around on tour. When you're touring, it must be like having déjà vu, looking at everyone's dressed in rah-rah skirts and leggings.
Well, I didn't know there was an 80s revival, and my audience, basically, it might sound strange for me to say this, but my age group is 20, 25, 30, 35, and of course upwards.
Do you think doing Hit Me Baby One More Time helped with that, or has it always been changing even since the 80s? I
think Hit Me Baby did help, because it was a prime TV, prime slot, 6:30, they're difficult to get those shows, and those shows are not around now, so to get that exposure for a new album which went top 4 in the UK was great, so it was great that it came along, yeah.
And you're coming on tour, coming to Oxford.
Yeah, the 15th, yeah. It's on a Wednesday, I believe.
What's it like being out on tour?
It's great. I mean, it's wonderful. Making records is one thing, and that's great, creative, and with the new album, writing new material as well, so that's great. But the audience is terrific, because you go out on stage, you get nervous, a little bit of nervous waiting in the wings, but once you're out there, get the first song over with, and hear the shouts and not the scream, but the claps and all that. And,
I bet they do scream.
Well, that's a little bit, yeah. Not as much as they did in the early 80s, but I get, quite a good reaction, and I love live. It's live because that's what it's all about, basically.
Okay, well, I hope it goes well. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, he was a very nice man, and I don't think he's changed that much in 20 years.